It's time for us to talk about pollution. The effects of air pollution on health are extremely harmful to populations. When we talk about air pollution, it comes from old vehicles, the burning of waste, the use of fossil fuels for cooking, that we do a lot. And then the uncontrolled industrial emissions that happen all around us, even when we can't see them. So to garner awareness, a national seminar was recently held in Kribi to highlight the health consequences of air pollution. This was in the presence of journalists, health experts, representatives of the government and civil society. And one more person was present there, that's Clarisse FONDZEWONG. She tells us all about it.
Air pollution is a silent killer. In 2021, it was responsible for over 10% of deaths in Cameroon, with a large portion of the population living in areas exposed to levels of fine particles above limits recommended by the World Health Organization. In the face of this threat, a training workshop was held in Kribi to address the lack of information and media involvement in the fight against this health issue. Organized by Clean Air Fund and implemented by the Association for the Promotion of Youth Leadership, Advocacy and Volunteerism Cameroon, in partnership with several international and government institutions, the seminar brought together 15 journalists from 10 regions of Cameroon, health experts and representatives from the Ministries of Public Health, Transport and Communication. Opening the seminar, Mr. Awono Emmanuel, representing the Minister of Communication, called on journalists to carry out effective communication on the ills of air pollution and raise awareness on the consequences. He also pointed out the role of the Ministry of Communication in the fight against air pollution.
Every item has its own language, and if you want to talk about that subject, you have to know how to talk to the people. And journalists, they have their duty is to explain to the people the concept and the politics of the government, of civil society, when they are invited. The Ministry of Communication is the tutor of journalists, and our role here will be to coordinate the work and to follow it in the field. We will put a strategy to follow the monitoring of the work of journalists.
The personal representative of the Minister of Transport, Andy Rene, on his part discussed factors responsible for air pollution in Cameroon in the domain of transport, with measures taken by his ministry to combat this phenomenon. Adding to this, the representative of the Ministry of Public Health, Mbida Stan, highlighted the consequences of this air pollution and brought out the diseases related to air pollution. He also emphasized on the urgency to coordinate actions to protect public health. The key moment of the seminar was the intervention of Dr. Ashiri Elvis Ndikum, President of the Association of the Promotion of Youth Leadership, Advocacy and Volunteerism Cameroon, who emphasized on the need for joint action between journalists and government officials for the creation of a national communication strategy for clean air as the first step to fight against air pollution. He also added that raising awareness among policymakers was also critical.
The air pollution problem is a development issue, where sometimes when we don't look at it in a multi-sectoral approach, where you need to contribute in terms of how much energy access people can have. During the second WHO Global Conference, energy is something which will be very important, and we'll discuss like clean energy solutions, because this is what we are aiming at. More than 99% of people around the world live in areas where air pollution is higher than the WHO limits. So, which shows that in Cameroon, that's why we are amongst the top polluters in the world. Journalists, they have a key role to play in passing the message. They are close to the public. They are, be it on social media, be it on traditional media. Media has a big role to play in transitioning the message from the scientists, the experts who we are, to the public.
The workshop featured video conferences and interventions from international partners from Germany, who both applauded this initiative aimed at involving journalists in the fight against air pollution. The two-day workshop centered on the theme Building Capacity of Journalists to Accelerate Awareness on the Impact of Air Pollution on Health, rounded up with the handing of certificates of participation to the journalists, and has also strengthened journalists' knowledge on the health effects of air pollution and some urgent measures, preparing them to play a crucial role in educating and informing the public on the ills of air pollution.
Thank you so much, Clarisse FONDZEWONG. It's a good time for a reminder on the ways we may unknowingly pollute our community. Idling cars, for example, leaving your car engine running while stationary could be you contributing to air pollution. Another thing is burning trash or leaves constantly. Everywhere you go, you see that happening. It actually releases toxic chemicals. And then it could also be you not properly maintaining your septic systems. Failing to do so can lead to water pollution, and you do not want that. And then land pollution in general. It's just you littering everywhere. These things we need to be conscious of, our responsibilities in preserving our communities. It's ours to hold.